I took, I believe, 3 trades on this day, and I was over leveraging and overconfident on that TGIF setup, and I just kept adding on my positions. I don't know why. Instead of just waiting for some type of confirmation that we were gonna go in that direction. All right, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time you tune in, thank you for giving me your time. And this is the YouTube channel where I basically just document my trading journey. First thing I want to say is make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let me know how your trading journey is going down in the description. Shout out to Techtronix.com for sponsoring this video. If you're looking to build your dream PC with the best available parts in the market, make sure you check out Techtronix. They have a 1-year warranty and quoting is available. So if you want to get very specific, make sure you go and contact them and they'll be able to help you out with that. On top of that, if you've been looking for a broker, make sure you check out HERO10. It is the broker that I use for all my effects trades. The link is down in the description as well. Let's get into the video. I just recorded this whole video. The audio got messed up, so I had to re-record it right away. It's just a waste of time, honestly, but it happens. It's part of the game. It's happened to me way too many times to even care anymore. We just hit 900 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you so much for that. I couldn't be any more grateful. Thank you, and thank you to the man above for making it possible. We'll be at 1,000 in no time. Let's head into the charts. Yeah, I already erased all my drawings by accident. Well, not by accident, but in the previous video where I was recording this, so I guess I'm gonna just have to talk through it without any of my drawings. This is the week that we ended up having. We ended up having a extremely bullish week, and I wasn't expecting that at all, or at least I was expecting a TGIF Friday trade towards the end of the week, but I'll save that for the rest of the video. Like I say every video, make sure you stick around to the end so you can see the progress on the account. But yeah, this is how it looked on the daily. Every day this week was bullish. As you can see, we went down Monday and Tuesday, but after that it was just pretty much up for the rest of the week. And that's why I was expecting a TGIF trade on Friday, just because we were going up all week. I was expecting us to come back and close within the range at least, but as you can see, we were just extremely bullish. And now we'll just have to see how the rest of the week goes. Monday, Tuesday came down a bit and then went up. We also had a bank holiday on Thursday with the 4th of July, so that's why there's only 4 candles for this week. If you ended up getting chopped up on Thursday and don't know why, that is why. We had a bank holiday, so make sure you pay attention to your holiday so you don't get chopped up trading on days that you're not even supposed to be trading. But this is how it looked on the 4-hour, and towards the beginning of the week, this was sell side and this was buy side, so that's what I was expecting us to go and purge at least. But you can see we did come down and purge this sell side, supported by this buy side imbalance on the 4-hour, and then just rose from there. Also having some SMTs throughout the week, but I'll leave that for the days. Let's get straight into it. I don't want to waste any time. I've already wasted enough time by recording this whole video by accident, and well, it was recording, but I guess the audio just messed up. This is what it looked like on Monday. There was news at 10 on Monday, so the move ended up happening a little bit later. So that is the game you kind of have to play. You have to try to anticipate whether the move is going to happen at 9:30 exactly, where we will hunt for some type of liquidity and then purge and revert us to the other side or the opposite side, or we can purge and revert at that 9:30 and then come back down, swoop that low that was just created or high, and then head to the opposite side of the range. And that's what happened on Monday. So Monday I got in. I saw myself in profit in the initial move for the 9:30 open, and what I was really expecting was once we came back and retraced into this buy side imbalance, as you can see, we had swept sell side to the left, so we came back into this sell side imbalance right here. Let me mark it out for you. That is where I had my long. I had my long right there, and then I had my stop at the bottom of that candle targeting these highs up here. And like I said, I did see myself in profit, but if you go back to the 15-minute on that day, there was this sell side imbalance right here. So what I was expecting price to do was, or at least what I was looking for price to do, was to disrespect that sell side imbalance and head towards these highs and maybe even the high of London. I ended up being a bit distracted while I was at work. If you don't know, I trade while I'm at work, and I saw it start to reject, but I was doing something and wasn't able to move fast enough to get out of the trade. So I just have to take that out, and that's what you have to do. If you can't accept the risk that you're taking, don't even enter the trade. And sometimes that's what happens. Obviously, if I wasn't distracted, I could have closed while in profit and then re-entered down here. But as you can see with the move we ended up having, I can't remember if I took another trade, and I'm pretty sure I probably did. Disrespected this sell side imbalance right here. So you can see right here, we had a balanced price range, and then price did end up respecting it and then heading up to the target. So I had my bias correct and my draw on liquidity was correct. I was just a little bit impatient and I was distracted at the same time. So I could have really entered on that swoop and then just watched price to see what it's gonna do if I was very aggressive on that Monday. But it was a news Monday, so could have been a bit more aggressive. That's about it. That's what ended up happening on Monday. Let's move on to Tuesday. Now Tuesday was very interesting because it was definitely the best trading day of the week. It was a very clear consolidation, manipulation, distribution. It just happened earlier than I was expecting. The move ended up setting up around 8:30 if you were looking at the 15-minute time frame. So if you wanted that sniper entry on the 15-minute time frame, it was this buy side imbalance right here, which ended up being respected. But the real sniper entry was around 7:50 50 or something like that, as you can see down here. And it would have been a crazy RR if this was taken, because as you can see right here, this sell side imbalance or this buy side imbalance after taking this sweep of liquidity right here ended up respecting. If you wanted to have a protective sell stop, that was the low that swept liquidity, so that should be protected. We should at least come back up here somewhere to take out buy side before we revert if that wasn't protected, but that was. And if you were targeting the high from, when was it, from Thursday, there was a bunch of targets, but the main target was probably this high from Friday. But as you can see, this was crazy profit. I probably would have ended up taking profit at this sell side imbalance and this one right here, and then left the rest to run just to see how far I would go. But what happened to me was I entered right here. As you can see right here, we come into this buy side imbalance and end up respecting the consequent encroachment of it, and that's where I entered there. But I started to see that we ended up going a bit lower, and we were getting close to my entry price, so I decided to close early before it took me out. But as you can see, it was still respecting that 15-minute imbalance, so it never came down to take out my stop because it was at that low, and I'm pretty sure there was an SMT, so that would have confirmed us to go higher. But I just decided not to trade for the rest of that day. And if I'm not mistaken, there was another trade in the afternoon right here with this buy side imbalance coming back into it and then going up, which probably was smart of me not to take, but it would have been a good bit of profit, as you can see, because towards the end of market we just consolidating. So I would have probably closed out somewhere around here in some profit. I don't know how many contracts I would have had, but that is basically it. We move on to Wednesday. Wednesday was the best trade that I had this week. So this is the setup for Wednesday. It was a bit choppy of a day, but it ended up going straight to my take profit within, I believe, like an hour and 30 minutes if I'm not mistaken. But we had came down, and I'm pretty sure there was a SMT with these lows right here. We had a big buy side imbalance right here at 9:30. We broke structure with that same buy side imbalance, so I placed my entry right at that buy side imbalance and had my stop loss right at the bottom of that candle. I see my target was, so this is the trade that I ended up taking right here with that buy side imbalance up there. It ended up hitting it around 11:57. I took one contract off at the 75% of the fib and then left the rest running, and I'll show you exactly what I did there. I took one contract off right here and then left the rest running, and the reason I did that was because the 75% of the fib, like I said before, it tends to be the sweet spot for when price wants to either revert or retrace. This one, you know, colored outside the line a bit, but it did come back to retrace and was supported by that 75% level of the fib, and then went straight to my target. So that is the trade that I took. It was almost a 7R. Like I said, we've been in a crazy buy model this whole week, so I think for sure we'll calm down at some point and take out the sell side liquidity that we've been generating. And that is it for Wednesday. As you can see, Thursday chop all day. So if you traded on Thursday and don't know why, it was a bank holiday, and that's something that's used to get me in the beginning as well. I would have all these folders off. I usually have the yellow folders and the gray folders off, but now I have the gray folders on because those are the ones that show the bank holidays. So just in case, you know, you're kind of new and don't know why you're getting chopped up like that, or why price action looks so bad on a certain day, is because it's probably a bank holiday, and you know, people don't understand when to trade and when not to trade. So that's something you just gotta live with. And then we have Friday. Friday was NFP, and I don't have that much experience trading NFP, but I'm trying to get it as much as possible because I know that the best way to really get better is just to trade on those days where it's going to be difficult to tell what the draw on liquidity is going to be. Obviously, you want to make sure you manage your money correctly and you're not just getting in there with some crazy just over leveraging and over trading for no reason. And I kind of did that day because I was a bit too confident on that TGIF trade, because like I said, we've been rising all week, so it would have been normal for us to just head straight down and at least close within the range, because as you can see, I don't even know how many points that is. So you can see that's 810 points for the week. So for sure, I thought we would have came back down and closed within the range, but as you can see, we just kept rising. We had news at 8:30 with that NFP, and it ended up clearing buy side and sell side, but we had a 4-hour SMT with this low right here, with NQ taking out that low and ES not taking out that low. So I should have just been bullish the whole day after that. I don't know why I decided, I just said why I thought we would come back down, but that SMT was very important, and I've said it before. You want to pay attention to the SMTs because for sure that is basically the market tipping its hand and telling you what direction it's gonna go. So that is gonna be my main focus for this week. If I don't see an SMT, I'm not taking a trade. Yeah, I should have been paying attention to the 15-minute. We did come up and create these equal highs, so that should have also gave me, you know, another, I don't want to say confirmation, but confirmation is probably the best word to use on that. We were gonna go higher. We left those equal highs. We came down, respected this buy side imbalance right here, and then went straight for those equal highs that we had created. But for some reason, I thought we would come up, take out this buy side, leave that equal, come back down, and then swoop that high to then go lower for that TGIF setup, but it just didn't end up happening. And then if you would have done this here as well and take these two candles, use the bodies and use them as targets, you could have had a target and smashed the whole target, especially if you got in on that sniper entry where the 15-minute is. And if I go lower, there's probably something in there. Either way, we respected it. If you would have entered, it would have been more of an aggressive entry, but had that there, maybe had your stop down here somewhere and then targeted the 4 on the fib, would have smashed way through that. We were trading at all-time highs, so it was a little bit difficult to have some type of target, but like I said, that could have been your target and it would have been a 6R either way. But that is what happened on Friday. It was a pretty fast week since we didn't trade on Thursday. But I took, I believe, 3 trades on this day, and I was over leveraging and overconfident on that TGIF setup, and I just kept adding on my positions. I don't know why. Instead of just waiting for some type of confirmation that we were gonna go in that direction, I just kept on adding, and that goes to show like you're never really gonna master the market, so you have to master yourself. You gotta try not to impose your will on the markets or force the market to do something. You have to really just react to what it's doing and adapt it. So I could have seen, I mean, I knew what coming in and making my analysis the night before, I saw that SMT, so I should have just been good on taking a long that day, looking for long opportunities, and this move down was the manipulation after 9:30 to take that long. I was looking for us to go short, so that manipulation down was something that wasn't in my, I guess I was just not paying attention to it. But I had incorrect bias this day, and I had the right bias the night before, and then I ended up flipping it after I saw us rising, so I'm not sure. Now, if I see a SMT, especially on the higher time frames like the 4-hour or the daily, you'll definitely have to go in that direction that the SMT is going. And if you want, I'll even show you the SMT with both of the charts. And Q took out that low and ES didn't take out that low, so you can see we ended up going. And then there was also an SMT right here with ES coming back down to take out that sell side liquidity, but NQ didn't. I should have been looking for longs all day on Friday. Like I said before, the more mistakes you make, the better. You just have to learn from them, honestly, and be able to stay disciplined on your money management rules for sure. But for next week, I have no idea as of right now what we're gonna do. Tomorrow is a no news Monday, so it's gonna be very interesting. This is the week that we have coming up. We have Powell speaking Monday at 10, so I think the move Tuesday is gonna be a little bit later, especially around that 10 area. Then we have Wednesday, Powell speaking again at 10, and then we have CPI and PPI Thursday and Friday. Thursday is definitely gonna be a good trade, and then Friday, if you're not very experienced with trading PPI or CPI, make sure that you, I don't want to say don't try to trade on that day. Obviously, don't trade if you don't have the experience, but if you want to gain that experience, just go in with low leverage and see what happens. Try to be reactive to the markets instead of trying to impose your will on it. But either way, apart from that, let's go into my Top Step account. This is what the balance is at right now. I had a very good week until that Friday where I had over traded and over leveraged, so it's just a mistake. I already wrote it down on my journal, and it's something that I'm definitely working on. But you can see I had a good day Thursday and I didn't really trade Tuesday. So yeah, that's basically it. And this is the second time I'm recording this video, so if I forgot anything, I mean, you guys wouldn't even notice. But either way, that's everything that I had to say for this week. Thank you so much for 900 subscribers on YouTube. We'll be at 1,000 in no time, and it's all thanks to you. Make sure you use my discount code RTFLV for 10% off at Tektronix.com. If you're looking for a broker, for your FX trades, you can use Hero FX. My link is down in the description, so make sure you go and check that out. And make sure you leave a comment. Let me know how your trading week went, and if you traded on Friday. If you did, let me know how that went. If you didn't, let me know why you didn't. That's basically it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much, like I said already, for 900 subscribers. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.